Greetings and welcome to Pinball Help. Here I am with a Stern MPU-100 board. This came out of a memory lane and early solid state game, which you can kind of see is right there. And just doing some first checks on it. Pulled the MPU board out because, as is common with these machines, the battery was left in. I didn't even bother to get any video of the battery while it was on the board, because as soon as I see these things I just want to yank the battery out and immediately kind of neutralize the situation. But what we have, there's the battery right there. Over time it's soldered directly onto the board right here. See where the plus and maybe probably may have been a minus there, but the battery was soldered right here. Well, what happens is over time it leaks, and the electrolyte, the very acidic solution from the battery, leaks down onto the board, and all these traces in the board just act like capillaries and suck everything up. And you can see over here, all of this is the electrolyte, the acid that has come up from the battery and just corroded major portions of the board. When this tends to touch certain things, it ruins them. For example, look at this transistor right there. It's actually, let me see if I can put this right here, actually missing some of its legs. They've been corroded away. And you can look at parts where the things are soldered. There's just lots of corrosion and damage across the board. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to try to mitigate this damage and see if we can repair this board. The first step is to neutralize the damage, the acid. Neutralize the acid that's on the board. So we get some white vinegar, and we'll immediately put that on some cotton, and I've already done that. And just sop the board up and try to neutralize the acid in the board. And you do take care of both sides, and here we can see that the damage is all up and down on the board. It's not terribly pleasant. So what I'm going to be doing is trying to clean this up and trying to replace a bunch of commonly trashed components as a result of the acid, and then we're going to see if it's going to work. So after the board's been neutralized, then I'm going to go and I'm going to scrub this and clean all of this, clean everything off this area and get it nice and clean, and then begin to go over and look closely at all the components and test them and traces and make sure that there's no damage. Now, if you're not really into doing circuit board repairs like this, then by all means don't. You can buy replacement MPU boards and solve your problem right away like that. Especially for the Bally ones, there's the Alltech MPU, which is really nice. One board, you can drop it in and it emulates a whole bunch of games. In this case, I want to have fun. I want to see if I can bring this board back to life as well. It's definitely cheaper to do your own board repairs, but it's also very time consuming, and sometimes things go wrong and you're not exactly sure. It takes a long time to kind of figure things out. But that's what I'm going to do in this case, or I'm going to try to do. If you see the acid damage in a game you've picked up, another strong consideration is to pick up one of these newer, more modern MPU boards, because they've also got improvements. They don't have batteries on them at all. The newer ones have non-volatile RAM, so there's no need to have any battery power to store settings. It's all stored in memory that will remember its settings even when the power's off. So that's kind of neat. So this is our first step. Taking a look at this board, going to try to clean it up and get some of these components working. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more, and visit my website at pinballhelp.com. You can leave comments there and ask questions or whatever. Thanks.